Hi there. Today we're with Tom Bastille from Norco Bikes. Tom, we want to go over how's the proper way to fit somebody for the bike.
Well, I guess the key thing is really to figure out what size frame you are. What I'll usually have someone do is stand right over the frame. Just make sure we can stand over it comfortably. In this case, I'll stand over this bike here. As you can see, I got both feet firmly on the ground. I can easily stand over it. And this is a 2.9er bike as well. This has got bigger wheels, so this is even better. Even with the bigger, taller bike, I can still stand comfortably over it. I can even if I pick the bike up as well, I got about a good inch there of clearance as well underneath the bike. So that's a good feature too. So you got good leg clearance over the frame. What I'll do now is try and get a rough idea of where I want to get the saddle height. Saddle height is very important for efficient pedaling. If the saddle's too low, we're not going to get a good leg extension. We're not going to get a powerful stroke. If the saddle's too high, we're going to be rocking, our hips are going to be rocking back and forth, and it won't be very comfortable at all. Generally, I'll raise the saddle up to my hip bone, about there, make sure it's centered. And then I'll hop on the bike here. So, balls of the foot squarely over the pedal. And usually what I'll do, I'll put one of the crank arms, in this case the right crank arm, in line with the seat tube here. So it's pretty much in line. Again, right about there. And if I lock out my knee, totally lock it out, my heel should be about an inch or so below the axle of the pedal. So I'm getting good leg extension, but still some room there to drop the heel down. So I get a good leg extension, but still not too much so the hips are going to rock. So that's pretty much there as far as saddle height goes. This is where you want to be. Okay, and then basically, as you can see, on this measurement here, this is a great size for me. I've got a little bit of an arch in my back. Arms are roughly at about a 45-degree angle to my torso here, so a good comfortable reach on the bike. I don't feel too stretched out at all, and I don't feel too cramped. So nice efficient reach on the bike. So that's pretty much the key thing as far as bike fit goes.
So if a person is feeling a little bit stretched out though, but the leg height is correct, what would you suggest to them?
If they feel a little stretched out, what I would suggest is we go with a shorter stem. Maybe go to a stem maybe a centimeter shorter than this, and that would bring it back a bit. And if we went to a higher rise stem as well, it would bring it back and up a little bit more, so less pressure on the lower back. And that's actually a key concern for a lot of riders, especially for a more mature rider. There could be some lower back issues. So you can bring the rider back up a little bit more and be more comfortable that way.
Now, do you change it a little bit for maybe that 9-year-old that's still growing, or is it basically the same idea?
Roughly the same idea. I would say with a younger rider, especially if they're new to cycling and they don't feel totally stable yet on a bike, you could set the saddle height a little bit lower. So you don't have to be as preoccupied with the full leg extension. Set it a bit lower so they can get their feet on the ground really comfortably and feel stable on the bike. So I'd say for a younger rider, I'd go with safety first, so a lower saddle height.
Perfect. So hopefully that helps you out. That's Tom Bastille from Norco Bikes, and just a proper way to size yourself up.